what would it take for you guys to kind of change your mind? Dr. McClatchy, would you like to start?
Absolutely. So that's a bit like asking me what would it take to convince your mind if it were true that Abraham Lincoln did not emancipate the slaves, or that Julius Caesar did not cross the Rubicon, or something like that. So for me, you would have to remove all the evidence that confirms the resurrection. That's what would change my mind if there wasn't sufficient evidence.
I would actually give a very similar answer to Jonathan. If there was sufficient evidence for me to believe, obviously I would be convinced. The trick would be, I'm not convinced that any level of testimony actually could be sufficient to overcome whether there can be miracles in history. But I'll just leave it at, I like to do this more at the end, but I probably think that if it would have to be something spiritual that Jesus would do, a personal experience, even though personal experience would be terrible evidence for anyone other than myself, it probably has to come to that for me.